This is the Voice Media. Education is a source of knowledge. All over the world is the only key to unlock the door of development and progress of any nation. Knowledge serves as fundamental sources of socio-economic status where development depends on. No nation in the world today can achieve greatness if the youth therein, its greatest asset and successor generation, can't access quality education. This is more understandable in today's knowledge-driven world. Despite this acknowledgement, according to Nigeria Journal of Social Studies by Adetoro 2010, 7.5 million children are reported to be roaming about aimlessly on the streets of Nigeria without access to quality education, particularly in northern parts of the country, as a result of learning Islamic injunction known as Almajiri. The word Almajiri is synonymous to northern Nigeria's identity. In the year 2014, UNICEF report estimated that there are 9.5 million Almajiri children in Nigeria, making up 72% of the nation's out-of-school children. Estimates reveal that Nigeria presently has between 13.2 million and 15 million out-of-school children, most of them in northern Nigeria. This clearly implies the high level of illiteracy, which is directly linked to children not going to school, but instead end up begging, maladjusted, and aggressive on the street. These children are mostly exposed to child and sexual abuse. They are angry and abandoned, victims of neglect and exploitation, seen everywhere begging for food and money for survival, and strict life exposes urchins to abuse, drug trafficking, and criminalization. As such, become easily brainwashed by bokoharam and other militant groups. Despite government's efforts to amplify the fight against Boko Haram sect and other emerging security challenges, the continued neglect of millions of idle children roaming the streets in the name of search for knowledge could raise an unimaginable threat to national security. It is like sitting on a time bomb. Government in past years displayed remarkable commitment in tackling the issue. One of the efforts made by the government was in 2013, when the Almajiri system was integrated into the mainstream educational system of the country and was formally signed into law and presented to the National Economic Council in July 2013. National Committee on Implementation of Almajiri Education Program was established to ensure that pupils are provided with opportunities to access basic education. However, despite the involvement of the government in resolving the issue, much more still needs to be done. Without doubt, inasmuch as there are over 10 million uneducated youths in northern Nigeria, there will always be a very high tendency for these youths to be used as instruments of violent extremism and ethno-religious conflict. This poses a danger to the future of your children, their community, and society at large. If your children are the only ones doing well in the midst of extremely poor children, there will be so much anger, envy, pressure, and dependence on them. Therefore, government, especially at state and local levels, and individuals should come in and play a part to give a sense of worth and independence to these children. You don't have to train the entire Almajiri children. Just do the little that you can. It could be in form of scholarships for education, or as little as notebook or free vocational trainings where they can learn a skill such as painting, baking, floor tiling, hairdressing, interior decoration, tailoring, carpentry, car mechanics, and many others, to help them become independent and useful to themselves and to the community. By so doing, you will be protecting and safeguarding the lives and future of not just your children or your children's children, but that of the entire community. To rewrite the story of our dear northern Nigeria, We need a collective effort. My name is Hadiza Babakacha. Thank you.